Hello! For all of you with your sun sign in a fire sign, that's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. This reading is for you for the summer of 2015. I'm going to do an 8-card spread. This may be pretty general. These 4 categories: earth, fire, air, and water. So how this is going to look. I'll be putting 4 cards in this row and 4 cards in this row. The earth and earth, fire and fire, air and air, and water and water. Now, earth is the physical realm. That would be your physical body and tangible material items. Also, money, of course, is tangible in one of its forms, and earth and money goes under earth. Fire is your actions and your passion. Air is your communication with yourself and others. And water is your emotional world, your emotional health, your psychic, subconscious, and dream world. Alright, so I'm going to get started. First earth card. It's stress, the 7, and evolution, Knight of Pentacles, and fire. It's 2 clouds, schizophrenia. Reservation, Page of Pentacles. And air, sorrow. An 8 of Swords, Curdlement. Water, a Rebel, Major Arcana card. Oh, with transition, King of Cups. If you happen to be watching this and your sun sign is not in a fire sign, that's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, again, you're welcome to keep watching this. You may have another planet in a fire sign, the moon or your rising sign, maybe either Aries or Leo or Sagittarius, Venus, Mars. So there may be a piece of knowledge in here for you, perhaps by your intuition or your guides or fate, or whatever you would like to call it, brought you to the reading for that. I'm going to get started reading them. We've got all the cards laid out. But for you, I'm going to show you the spread in reverse first before we get into it. Air, yeah, I think it should be like this. Okay, so I just moved a couple cards around. I think I'm going to read it water, air, earth, fire for you. Fire signs. It looks like there's a part of you that is private and a part of you that is the part of you that feels it needs to negotiate or compromise or try to meet society and external environments that you find yourself in kind of halfway. So you change and adapt yourself to that. Then there's the rebel is the root, not root like from that comes up from the ground and grows a plant, but root as in like trail or path. Rebel is the path that you have to take to get to your inner self, your true self. The King of Cups I'm going to read right out of the book. King of Cups, transition. This is a strong and gentle man with a great capacity for forgiveness for those who atone for their misdeeds. By this he gains immense respect and is even feared by some because of his confident and aspiring nature. He can be ruthless toward those who do not repent. This is the suit of emotions, and this benevolent card of transition is supporting you in your emotional health and things that need to be done to improve your emotional health. And well-being. There's a sense of limitation here, but it is in perspective. It's all in the perspective. The limitation that is being felt is based on how his mind is forming the situation. Oops. I'm going to read this one and also Knight of Pentacles right out of the book. Maybe even a page. Rational beliefs have been thwarted and plans related to logical thinking have gone awry. Nothing is turning out as you hoped and planned. It is possible that you did not assess the approaching situation correctly and underestimated opposition from others. A temporary retreat might help you to carefully rethink the situation and return with a better plan of action. So what I see is clearing your head is well supported. You have time to think, time to clear your head and stop thinking for a while. Over here, we have Earth, which is your physical body. The Knight is slow moving, yet a strong, practical, capable manager. He's conventional, steadfast, and a persevering worker. The card also indicates growth to a higher state from a lower, simpler, or worse situation by working things out on a pragmatic level. So for some of you, and you should know who you are, there's a few ways this message can be delivered, and I'm going to deliver them all. Reading for a large group of people here. For some of you, this is, the question is, so what? In the first part of it, the Knight is a slow-moving, yet a strong, practical, capable manager. He is conventional, steadfast, and a persevering worker. For some of you, this is going to be some people are very hard workers, and you're into your career or your job, whatever you're doing, and this is, you know that you're strong, practical and capable. You know what type of worker you are, and it's so what though? I mean, the people around you either are noticing that or are not noticing that. But there's a lot of stress going on. It could be in finances, it could be in your physical body, your health, it could be problems with your home, it could be any sort of obstacles related to material possessions, so vehicles, all of these things. There's a lot of stress, and so it's prohibiting flow of energy, it's prohibiting change, and it's tension. Stress is very tension filled, and so what can be done to relieve that is the question at hand. Now for some of you, this is going to be a bit different. For some of you, this is going to be about you applying your skills to different areas. It's about your situation improving as you learn to apply these skills to new areas. It'll be a sense of growth for you. It'll be how you are growing, and this will reduce some stress this summer. Alright, for the action cards. Fires associated with action. Seems fitting to end here. Schizophrenia card, which deals with being back and forth and not being settled, not being able to feel at peace and comfort and be settled. This can be about indecision. This can be about not allowing yourself to move as quickly as you would like to because of insecurities. The other card is reservation. This is an important aspect of yourself to face. There's certainly times when it's wise to be apprehensive. In the picture, the man is carefully navigating his way along this trail. And I'm going to read it out of the book. This is the Page of Pentacles. It says, the page is a solid, stable person who sets out on a quest, knowing inwardly that there is more to life than meets the eye. Observe reasonable limits, avoid extremes of behavior and expression. Becoming free of overindulgence enables one to concentrate on the search for knowledge, reason, and enlightenment. Okay, so doing things like weeding out your overindulgences, avoiding extremes of behavior and expression. I don't really care for the term avoiding, but I would prefer something along the lines of setting your mind out on, or your brain, send it out on a mission to gather information, gather data about new possibilities in between extremes that you had not thought of. The more you become grounded and stable and balanced, the more I think you're going to enjoy what you're doing and what you have, especially what you have. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the cards all together and see if I receive any more messages. it looks like it's very important for you to handle some things in physical reality in a practical, efficient way. This could be bills or correspondences of any sort. This could be all kinds of things on a physical level, going to the gym, changing things you need to change with your diet to make you healthier. These cards are hanging out together, and as well as doing those things, the way your self-talk, the way you're talking to yourself, is going to really impact your whole life. And I mean, if we were to look at this like a plant, I would say to you, this is the root. Handle things in a practical way, work things out. This is the card that mentioned being pragmatic. That would be the root. And this would be where the roots are getting some oxygen out of the soil, some air here. This is your self-talk. I'm not fully sure about this message for you, so I'm going to look back here again. It would also be useful for some of you to be a little less stubborn about being so left-brained, so logical, to step outside of your comfort zone and try to do something creative, artistic, and not just try to do something, but try to think in that way more. One exercise you can do is, if you're right-handed, to start writing with your left hand. If you don't do this at all, then it might be very difficult for you. It's okay. It's a marathon thing. It's not a sprint thing. So if that's just writing, 5 or 8 letters of the alphabet quickly, I mean, not quickly, you don't have to rush yourself, but it won't take long. Doing that daily, then that's what it is for you. If it's something more, there you go. If you choose to do it periodically, that it's exercising the pathways and should provide you some assistance anyway. Your perspective as well. Can be greatly, you can get some real assistance with changing your perspective. I'm feeling that a lot of you maybe have a hard time with this one, that maybe you've been hearing that a lot lately and you're really stuck with it and you don't know how to change it, and it's an obstacle that's been difficult for you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. try to work things out on a pragmatic level, and then come to this, start trying to apply more creativity and think in a more creative way, in the right brain, left brain thing, like I said. And your emotions, it's really a lot about just how do you feel about transition right now in your life? In different areas, perhaps you can sense some possible opportunities for upcoming transitions, be that work related or relationship related, romance related, health related, location related, home related, spiritually related, anything. Those are the examples that came to my mind. Maybe for some people, because this card does have an air of suppression to it, I'm going to say, but maybe for some people out there, you feel like the more you suppress your emotions, the more powerful you are in that area. And I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. It's a perspective. If that's your perspective, is it a perspective that makes you happy, truly, and aligns with your dreams and allows new dreams to flourish regularly? Or is it something that it's just a comfort zone and it feels safe while it's suppressing you and really strangling you, taking life energy from you? Perhaps doing things that you haven't connected the dots to yet. It may be a cause to a number of effects that you experienced in your life that you're dealing with. Alright. So I think that would be a really good idea for a lot of you to do with the transition. I'm going to look over this one more time, because again, I want to make sure I'm giving you the full message, and I feel prompt to do this. This is a major arcana card. It feels like a wound of some sort to me. But for some of you, it may be a very freeing energy. Some of you might be experiencing the light side of the Rebel card rather than the Shadow card for the first time. The light side of the Rebel card is really just having to do with a feeling of liberation. Another thing you can do is write out and list, say, into a recording device, however you want to do it. Maybe things that you haven't allowed yourself even to have occur to you before. So you may want to do some meditation or some free writing before you do this to clear your head and allow that. Set your intention to allow that. transitions that you would like to go through. You can make a list of these. You can do that. This may be a good time for you to experiment with how you are communicating with people and try some new, different things on that excite you. This could be all kinds of things, whatever just came to your mind. May very well be what I'm talking about. It could be something like learning another language, or learning sign language, which is another language, but it's talking with your body. This could be learning to write or type in a new style, poetry, or any new style. This could be in the way that you balance listening and talking, the volume you talk at, the levels, the way you enunciate words. If you want to just play around and have fun with that, that looks very supported by these cards. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.